Hey guys, Nate the Norseman, level 3 SDC Self-Defense Company instructor. I am going to be doing a series of short videos trying to shoot things, kind of give you guys a heads up and a narrative into kind of the day-to-day fine minutia sort of things that are going on as far as, self-defense, self-protection, self-awareness, and stuff like that. So your video today is just going to kind of be my narrative of what I do when I leave the house. Now today I'm going to go and pick up my kids, so I'm just going to kind of have you tag along with me as I exit the building, and I'm just going to kind of narrate the sort of things that I'm looking for and the stuff that is the difference between being aware, being in condition yellow, versus not. Now, I don't have a camera crew, so I am going to kind of be paying attention to the phone some, but it's again, as I'm narrating this, the likelihood is that it will still be a successful exit. So, first thing here, I'm at my front door, getting ready to leave. So first thing I want to be is self-aware. I know what's on me. I know what I'm carrying. I know where it's at. I've practiced drawing it from concealment, or I even have, for example, I've got a little Kubotan keychain here, something that's easy to just have in hand as you're kind of walking around. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm aware of myself. I'm aware of what's going on. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to check my people. I'm going to check the space that I'm going to be exiting into. You always want to try to look at the space that you're about to be entering to ensure that it's a safe environment for you to be entering. So hallway's clear. I don't hear any noise. I don't hear any racket or anything like that. So at this point now I feel comfortable. I can unlock the door and we can exit. Of course, I'm right in a corner here, so I'm looking to my left, I'm looking to my right, making sure that the hallways are clear. Again, I'm keeping an ear out for any sort of external noises, yelling, screaming, anything abnormal that might be going on right now. Obviously, I had to turn my back to the halls to lock the door, so I want to make sure that nothing is approaching me from unknown directions and that I don't know about anything. Checking lefts, checking rights, I'm checking corners. One amazing thing that I really enjoy about where I live right now is at the very top floor right next to my elevator here, I have this fantastic window where I can survey the area, again, looking at the area you're about to be entering into, and I can see that there's no fights, there's no active movement or people. It's a clear parking lot right now. So now that that's clear, I'm gonna go ahead and move over to the elevator here, press the button, and we get to hang out. We get to wait for the elevator to get up here. Again, I'm just kind of giving a narrative. Now, one thing that I've done, I've stepped away from the elevator. I'm, again, reviewing my head. They call it head on a swivel. So I'm, again, reviewing the hallways behind me. If you even back up, get yourself into a position of advantage. The elevator has arrived. Want to make sure that the elevator is clear. Given the situation, if you have someone who's trying to be somewhere a lot quicker than you are, say they might be running, they might be looking to cause harm, damage, something like that, you don't ever want to back those sort of individuals into a corner. Solicits animalistic responses and a much more violent thing. You never want to impede someone's exit. I'm not a cop. I have no duty to arrest anybody, and more likely to run elsewise. Now, my apartment has recently installed this beautiful mirror. You'll see this behind me, and that mirror, as I exit the elevator, gives me the perfect angle to go ahead and check the space that I'm about to be entering. Couldn't have asked for a better setup as far as where that mirror is located. It's a brand new addition. it gets my approval for sure. But prior to that mirror, I'd always come over here, check the window, check the space, make sure that no one is residing there. Living in an apartment building, there's visitors and strangers and people that you aren't necessarily going to know that are going to be entering and exiting. Now this is the vegetable area. Again, that doesn't mean that just because this is clear that the next space is clear. I know we looked up above to make sure the space is clear, but again, we're going to take a look out the window, ensure that no one's coming. It's kind of a courtesy thing too, because this door swings out, and you'd hate for some small child or something. You hate to be the person being the bad guy, open that door and whacking somebody. So, we've exited the building. Now we're going to be, looking up the stories, looking down the pathways, the sidewalks, head up, not exclusively looking just at my phone, but I'm looking for people in cars. I'm looking for any sort of movement that would indicate something amiss. It's a pretty nice neighborhood though. Don't really have too much to worry about, but that doesn't mean that you need to become complacent about things either. Now arriving at the vehicle, I was looking at it from a distance, observing, making sure that no one's around there, checking between the vehicles, making sure I give space so that I'm not in an ambush zone if someone wants to hop out. I have a vehicle that's entering the lot. Another good practice to do is a good walk around of your vehicle. I'm inspecting the tires. I'm making sure that the vehicle doesn't look like it's been messed with. The doors are still locked. Then one key component, again, these are small little things that you can do to really ensure that you're staying safe. I've got this car. It has the remote fob. I don't need to turn the key or anything like that. It really keeps my hands free. Again, I'm checking my six. I'm watching around, making sure no one's running up or coming up on me. But one of those small little details that's very important, that really will help keep you safe and prevent a lot of nasty things, carjackings or something like that. Say I'd missed someone that was actually set up to ambush further down, but then they saw me as an opportunity. They decided to come over here. Well, the very first thing I do when I get into my vehicle, I lock the doors. I don't turn it on. I don't mess with the radio. I don't adjust or mess around or anything like that. If I'm in, the door gets closed. I hit the lock. Now I'm secure, at least within the confinements of the vehicle. That doesn't prevent someone from coming up, smashing in the window, tapping my window with a gun if someone's trying to hijack or rob me or something to that effect. But on the same token, it definitely prevents anyone from just running up, yanking the door open, yanking me out, and doing anything nasty to me. This is all kind of based off of and a cover of our new awareness program that we just recently launched, about just moving through public, being aware of your surroundings and aware of what's going on. So now I'm in the vehicle, I'm secure in the vehicle, I've locked the doors, I've started the vehicle, and at this point now is when you can kind of set things up. You're secure in your vehicle, you can turn on your headlights for safety. It's good stuff. I typically won't turn on the radio right away until I start moving, if I turn the radio on even at all. You might hear a little bit of breeze. It's, as I'm sure you're aware, it's kind of hot out. So I'm going to turn the air on here real quick. I apologize for any noise interference there. Now, the next thing that I'm doing, again, I'm looking in my mirrors. I'm checking mirrors. I'm making sure, behind me in the seat that, nothing's been missed by me in my first initial inspections arriving at the vehicle. And now I'm going to be pushing my perimeter even farther away. I'm going to be looking for vehicles turning in, turning around, anything like that. And we're set to move. So part of the awareness course is also driving reasonably, driving with intent, not participating in road rage. Just kind of generally being not courteous, because you could do something stupid like stop in traffic trying to be courteous for someone and you're going to get hit, or cause confusion and delay yourself. So be aware of how you're supposed to be operating on the roads, operating safely. Vehicle just passed. I saw that both of my headlights are on and operational right now due to the side of the vehicle as it drove by, so I know I don't have a headlight out or anything to that effect. If you carry, especially if you carry a firearm, if you're speeding or you do any number of things in public driving in traffic that could solicit an officer contact, a police officer contact, or something to that effect, that's another thing to be aware of. If you're carrying, that's a possibility of something that you might have to talk with and address with the officer should something like that happen. So making sure that your lights are working, making sure that you're following the rules of the road, not speeding, not cutting people off, giving plenty of distance. Again, distance is key. No one can, really effectively impose their will upon you without closing that distance. So now everything's in the car is ready, the air's going, I'm starting to cool down a little bit, that feels good. And I'm gonna be looking again, checking mirrors, stuff like that, and we're gonna get ready to go. I'm in drive and we're gonna start moving. We're just gonna take a couple turns here with me, and then I'm gonna put the phone down because it's not safe to be driving and messing with your phone. But we're moving now. Again, we're going to be using our turn signals, signaling what we're doing to other people. I live in a neighborhood with children, so I'm making sure I'm watching for any small children running around, animals, dogs, pedestrians. All these sort of things are just a split second, a fraction of a second consideration. But if you're mindlessly going about these tasks, or you're focused on work, or you're messing with your phone, kind of like I'm doing right now, but I got a little bit more of a purpose to it. All those sort of things are big distractions that really impede your ability to keep yourself safe and protect yourself. So I'm now on the road, I am traveling forward, I'm on my way to pick up the kids, I'm safe, the vehicle's operational, I have plenty of distance. I've got cross traffic that I just noticed, but they're stopping. However, I'm going to be checking my mirrors now, because right now they're the only one in proximity to me that they're moving. So I'm going to keep an eye on them, making sure that they're not coming up on me too fast. I'm going to be checking my mirrors consistently, making sure that no one is rolling up on me or anything to that effect. I want to make sure that this guy behind me doesn't, rear end me. Continuing to look forward in the direction that you're moving, checking your space. One last little thing that I'll talk about regarding vehicle and vehicle safety in this video, as I'm about to let you go and focus on driving, are bubble mirrors. If you don't know what they are, I'll try to turn the camera here so you can see them a little bit. Out the window there, you should be able to see that there's the larger rear view side mirror, but then there's also that smaller circular mirror tucked away in the bottom left corner of the mirror. If you see that, fantastic. Those are outstandingly helpful, both while driving to check your blind spots and allow you to make quicker maneuvers if an emergency arises. Say you need to make a dodge because a kid's dashing out into the road or something like that. As you are actively scanning and being an active participant in the activity that you're doing, in this case driving, having a quick glance at that bubble mirror, seeing that space is clear to the left or to the right, or if it's not, more importantly, you'll have that bubble mirror. But then in a tertiary benefit, and what I've actually gotten my friends to install bubble mirrors on their cars for, is when you're parked, when you're sitting somewhere. Now, I used to drive for Uber, and so I would go to all sorts of strange and new locations that, I'd never been before. And in those sort of situations, when I'm waiting for my ride, who is also a stranger that has just ordered me to come and pick them up, I'm consistently checking those mirrors, and those bubble mirrors give you a fantastic side view of the car. So if someone decided that they were going to crouch down and try to sneak up on you, it's not going to happen. You're going to be able to look in those bubble mirrors, and you're going to be able to see anyone in that blind spot, anyone that's immediately up and next to your vehicle that they might have been able to sneak up next to you. So I strongly encourage that if you've never utilized bubble mirrors, that it's something that you want to consider and practice and begin implementing and gaining that skill in utilizing the bubble mirrors. Bottom line, last little... You, dude. Like I said, got to be aware. We got 3 different vehicles that were dramatically driving crazy through the highway. I don't know. I apologize for that swear. That's not quite professional, but these guys are being jerkbags. They are doing the opposite of what I'm doing. They are creating unsafe and dangerous situations, both for themselves as well as myself. And, the reality is, it's just something you got to watch out for. It's something you got to be aware of. So, last note on the bubble mirrors, they help you with parking. I don't know if you're familiar with reversing into your parking stalls, but if you reverse into a parking stall, it gives you the ability to make a quicker exit, because all you got to do is put it in drive and move forward. We cover that in our new awareness course as well, so it's something to consider, because those bubble mirrors will allow you to see the parking stall lines much longer in duration as you're reversing than you would otherwise. We're going to about a 20-minute video here. I don't even know if YouTube is going to let me post this or not, so I'm going to let you guys go. But this is Nate, Level 3 Self-Defense Company instructor. Check us out. Check out the YouTube. Check the videos. Like, share, subscribe. Do all those things. Much love. Keep yourself safe. And until next time, I'm going to have a lot more little fine nuances and narrations for you guys coming up. I'm getting remotivated, and I want you guys to learn something from this. I want everyone to increase and step up their self-protection game. It's not just a game for cops or security professionals. It's not just a game for military professionals or anything. I mean, the people that are really going to need this are the parents with kids that are distracting them, people that with busy careers where your job is always going to be on your mind. That's what these videos are geared for. Are you folks that are going out there and just trying to live your life on a day-to-day and keep yourself safe as possible. So catchphrase, embrace challenge, and we will talk again soon. Thanks, guys.